a philosophical cinematic journey through time, science, and consciousness. In the beginning, truth was not a word, it was an experience. The warmth of fire, the rhythm of the sea, the pulse of breath beneath a starlit sky. Before we spoke, we listened. Before we measured, we felt. We did not yet divide the world into real and imagined. The sun rose because it must, and thunder spoke because it could. In the eyes of our ancestors, everything was alive, a whisper from the infinite.
And so the great bear rose
Around
into the
flickering
sky,
fires, they
forever
told stories
watching
to
over
name the
hunters and
unknown.
the stars.
The heavens were gods, the rivers were veins of life, the earth a mother dreaming of herself. Myth was our first language, our earliest science. Through story, we connected the stars. Through imagination, we found meaning where there was only motion and light. We built constellations not just in the sky, but within our minds. Then came a question that changed everything. What if the world was not made for us, but with us? In that question, philosophy was born. From the shores of ancient Greece, minds began to ask not what the gods desired, but what the universe itself was made of. They looked beyond myth and into the structure of existence. Reason rose like a new dawn. Thales saw that water connected all things. Pythagoras found harmony in numbers, truth in proportion and rhythm. Through logic, humanity discovered a mirror within thought. We could now reflect upon reality and not merely react to it. The cosmos began to take shape inside the mind. But truth was still fragile, a light surrounded by darkness. Every idea was a flame, and every flame demanded air. To think was to risk, to question was to be free. Socrates asked, "What is wisdom?" Plato imagined a cave where shadows deceive the senses. Aristotle sought the patterns that make reality knowable. For the first time, truth was not something we inherited, but something we could discover. Knowledge became an act of love, the mind reaching toward the unknown. And as the philosophers gazed upward, they began to see the same beauty in reason that they once saw in myth. A universe no longer ruled by gods, but illuminated by thought. The centuries turned and the flame of thought began to spread. From the hands of philosophers to the instruments of observers, truth sought form. In the quiet of the night, Galileo turned his telescope to the heavens, and the universe revealed that it was far larger and far stranger than we had ever imagined. The Earth was no longer the center, but a traveler among countless worlds. Copernicus had whispered it, but now the evidence shone through glass and light. Kepler found harmony in the motion of planets. Ellipses danced to cosmic rhythm. Newton then wrote the music down, turning the dance of the heavens into equations. We begin to measure what was once sacred. The apple fell not by will, but by gravity, a universal law, indifferent and eternal. Science was born not to destroy wonder, but to expand it. Every discovery, a new window, every law, a deeper kind of poetry. The universe became not a story told to us, but a reality we could read. Through glass lenses and equations, we learned to listen to the silence of the stars. Electric sparks mimicked lightning. Steam turned wheels, machines gave us new senses. The human hand reached farther, shaping not just tools, but time itself. Darwin looked at life and saw a mirror of the cosmos. Order rising from chaos, beauty from struggle, evolution, the poetry of change. We were no longer separate from nature, but its continuation, atoms learning to reflect. The universe had grown eyes, and they were ours. Yet, even as our telescopes reached farther and our microscopes deeper, a question echoed louder: could knowledge alone ever hold the whole of truth? Between particles and planets, between numbers and meaning, we began to sense the limits of reason, a silence reason could not fill. And so, humanity stood at the edge once more, not of the world, but of understanding itself. The next frontier would not be out there, but within. In the centuries that followed, our minds turned inward, from the stars to the circuits, from atoms to algorithms. We began building mirrors, not of glass, but of thought. Every click, every signal, every pulse of light became part of a new cosmos, the digital one. A universe inside our machines, made not of matter, but of memory. Through data, we mapped the invisible. Through code, we created order. We built an image of reality so detailed that even dreams began to feel measurable.
It's amazing!
And yet,
Look
as
how
our knowledge
bright it is.
expanded, so did our distance from wonder.
Dancing
We could
across
predict the dance of
sky.
galaxies, but not the rhythm of our own hearts. We sought to digitize truth, to store it, calculate it, replicate it. But in the pursuit of knowing everything, we risked forgetting what it means to feel. Artificial minds learn to speak, to see, to dream in numbers. But the question that haunted our species since the dawn remained: what is consciousness? Perhaps consciousness is not what we have, but what we are, the universe awakening to its own reflection. Each thought, a wave on the surface of infinity. Look closely and you will find that the atoms that built our eyes were forged in ancient stars. We are not separate from the cosmos. We are its way of seeing itself. All the myths, all the equations, all the stories were the same question spoken in different tongues. Who are we, and why does it matter that we can ask? Perhaps truth is not something to be found, but something to be remembered. A quiet knowing that has always lived between our thoughts. We searched the stars for meaning, only to find that meaning was the light we carried all along. In every atom, in every question, the universe awakens through us.
Becoming itself.